In the 1920s, famous black writers, artists, and musicians packed their bags and left America for good. They were tired of the racism, the hate, and the double standards. In this video, we will explore the top 7 black celebrities who left America and never looked back. If you like the video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon. Paris became their safe place. Now, 100 years later, some of today's biggest black stars have done the same thing. They left the US and never looked back. Did you know that Tina Turner gave up her American citizenship and moved to Switzerland? Or that Josephine Baker became a war hero in France and refused to return to the racism of the US? And then there's Dave Chappelle, Meghan Markle, Mos Def, Grace Jones, and even Ibrahim Maloof, who many don't know had deep roots in the Black American music world before leaving. 1. Tina Turner, the queen who chose Switzerland. Tina Turner was known as the Queen of Rock and Roll. She gave the world hit songs like What's Love Got to Do with It and Proud Mary. But behind her powerful voice was a woman who wanted peace. Tina left the US in the 1990s and moved to Switzerland. She said she felt more respected there. No paparazzi, no pressure, no racism. In 2013, Tina did something few celebrities do. She gave up her US citizenship and became a Swiss citizen. She said Switzerland gave her a calm, happy life. She lived in a quiet village by a lake with her husband, away from the spotlight. Tina didn't just visit, she left for good. She once said, "I left America because my success was in another country." For her, it was about more than money. It was about dignity. When Tina passed away in 2023, she was remembered not just as a music legend, but as a woman who found freedom outside the country she was born in. 2. Dave Chappelle, Peace in a Village. Dave Chappelle is one of the greatest comedians of all time, but in 2005, he shocked the world. He walked away from a $50 million deal with Comedy Central and disappeared. Where did he go? South Africa. Dave said he needed a break from the pressure, from the media, from the system. South Africa gave him peace. He said it helped him clear his mind. Even though he later returned to the US, he changed. In recent years, Dave moved far away from Hollywood. He now lives in a small town in Ohio. He built his own world far from fame. But he's also spent more and more time outside the US, saying he feels freer when he's away. He once said, "You don't know how strong racism is in America until you leave it." That says a lot coming from someone who made people laugh for a living. 3. Meghan Markle, a princess who had enough. Meghan Markle married into the British royal family. When Meghan and Prince Harry left the royal family in 2020, they said it was for their mental health and safety. But after trying to settle in California, they soon faced the same old problems: racism, media attacks, and stress. In 2023, the couple began spending more time in Canada and even talked about moving to Africa. Meghan said, "It's not just about safety, it's about peace." Meghan left the spotlight in both the UK and US. She's now choosing places where she can live as a mother, not just as a headline. 4. Mos Def, Yasiin Bey, a rapper in exile. Mos Def, now known as Yasiin Bey, is a legendary rapper and actor. He's known for deep, thoughtful lyrics about life, race, and justice. In 2011, Mos Def made a bold move. He left the US and started living in South Africa. He said America no longer felt like home. He spoke about being tired of the way black people were treated in the US, especially by police. In 2016, he got into legal trouble in South Africa and wasn't allowed to leave for months. But even then, he said he didn't want to go back to America. Mos Def said, "America is no paradise for black people." That's a powerful message from someone who had fame, money, and fans. Now he travels, performs, and creates art outside the US, free from the system he once called home. 5. Josephine Baker, the first to leave. Long before anyone else on this list, Josephine Baker left the US in the 1920s and never came back to live. Born in St. Louis, Missouri, Josephine became a superstar in Paris. In France, she was loved and respected. In America, she was treated as less because of her skin. She joined the French resistance in World War II, risking her life to fight the Nazis. She later adopted 12 children from around the world, calling them her Rainbow Tribe. Josephine tried to perform in the US, but she was shocked by the racism. One hotel wouldn't even let her in. She went back to France and said, "I would rather live in a country where I am free." In 2021, France gave her the nation's highest honor. She was buried in the Pantheon in Paris. She was the first Black woman to receive that honor. The US never gave her anything close. 6. Grace Jones. Fierce, free, and far away. Grace Jones is a fashion icon, actress, and singer. She grew up in the US, but left for Europe in the 1970s. She found freedom in places like Paris and London. In America, she felt boxed in. In Europe, she became whatever she wanted to be, wild, bold, and fearless. Grace said, "I didn't leave America to be famous. I left to be myself." That says a lot about how the US made her feel. 7. Ibrahim Maloof, Black Jazz in a New World. Ibrahim Maloof is a famous trumpet player with deep Black American jazz roots. His music is global, mixing Middle Eastern sounds with classic Black American jazz. He was born in Lebanon, but his career took off in Europe. Many don't know that Maloof has worked with Black artists from the US who felt more at home overseas, people like Yasiin Bey and Quincy Jones. He once said that Europe respects jazz as an art, while in the US, it's forgotten or overlooked. While not born in America, Maloof's life shows how even those connected to Black American music feel more valued outside the country where that music was born. These 7 stars had money, fame, and fans. But none of that was enough. What they wanted was freedom, safety, and respect. And they had to leave their own country to get it. From Tina Turner's quiet life in Switzerland, to Dave Chappelle's escape to South Africa, to Josephine Baker's fight for France, they all made one hard choice: to leave and never come back. Some say, if you don't like it here, leave. Well, they did. And maybe, just maybe, their stories say more about America than we want to admit. Which story hit you the hardest? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories that dig deeper than the headlines.